The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Lady!
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And it's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Wentz. Open man is Higgins. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time Wentz will throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 33 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Great 15. Great 15.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Sunday. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Here's Wentz to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Draw play. It's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
2.
Cousins. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 41 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Line 54. Your track.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got room. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mike, 180. Mike 5-4. I got it. They got 48. Good route here.
They go play action. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
64, weak. Check nickel.
To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So from back... And oh, it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, the 20, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botched PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Phil.
Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's find two. Let's find two.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing on second down. Wentz. He's got Higgins over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
To number 15. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
57.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
First.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Now Cousins. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Cousins now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, stand. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 36-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Zebra.
54.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Allen. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Mike 54.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Yellow.
Steve, don't let him.
Hey, box truck.
Right there. 54.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, can't.
Mike 50.
Line out.
Come on, let's go. Jack.
4th down, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Running on 1st down, Eckler. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 25 yards to the house. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
132 fighter.
They fake the give. Now wins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Let's go.
Check 9, check 9.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Ready? Hey, we're good. Hey, exit.
First down. Here's Cousins. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming.
Gone.
'54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
54. Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Cousins now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. On fourth down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On the ground, it's Eckler, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be the best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going